Manitoba canola farmers who export to China are facing a 75.8% tariff. The Chinese government kicked in the higher duty yesterday. The move comes nearly a year after Canada imposed a 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles. Joining us now is Warren Ellis from the Manitoba Canola Growers Association. Good morning, Warren.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. Now, you've been farming canola since the 1970s. Tell us about your farming operation.
Well, we've got a small farm just north of Wawanesa. It's a mixed farm where we're growing multiple crops, and canola is one of the very important ones.
And so how much canola does Manitoba produce and export to China, would you say?
Well, we produce about 3 million tons, and of course, the actual amount that goes to China is a little harder to say because it's selected from right across Canada. But we produce about 3 million tons, and Canada sells 5 to 6 million tons to China every year.
Wow. So what are canola producers saying right now about this 75.8% export tariff from China?
Well, they're kind of gobsmacked, quite frankly. They're not sure just what the effect is going to be, and really, it's quite a hit.
And so what are they doing at this point in response to this?
Well, the Manitoba farmers themselves are getting ready to harvest, so they don't, farmers don't have time to deal with this right now. But as the Manitoba Canola Growers, we're working with our partners in, our federal partners, the Canadian Canola Growers and Canola Council of Canada, working with them, talking to the federal government, trying to work our way through this. And also we're talking to our provincial government, Premier Canute, and with CAP, Keystone Agri Producers, working with them as well. So we're very, very busy on this, but it's a tough hit.
Yeah, and Premier Rob Canute is hoping the federal government will kick in some funds to support canola farmers. What are your thoughts on that, and is it enough?
Well, we would rather just earn the money, the normal way of selling canola than that. But given that we have a pretty extreme situation here, I think quite likely we will need some sort of compensation just to keep us going.
Is there a chance as well to transition into another market at this point, or is it too late in the season?
Well, I think it's too Manitoba canola. Our Manitoba canola industry is constantly looking for new markets as a way to expand the business of the whole industry. But that doesn't happen overnight, and so a hit like this will not be absorbed. It'll be we could end up with a lot of canola sitting in grain bins by the end of the year. And
how long can it sit in those grain bins?
Well, that is a tough question because the canola is well known in the farming community for spoiling and actually losing the entire crop. So it's a very dangerous project or product to store. And it takes a lot of management on the farmers to make sure it doesn't lose condition.
Absolutely. Well, we're rooting for you and we're thinking of you. Thank you so much for joining us today, Warren.
Thank you. Thank you very much.